What is an electroscope? Electroscope instrument for detecting the presence of electric charge of ionizing radiation, usually consisting of a pair of thin gold leaves suspended from an electrical conductor that leads to the outside of an insulating container.
It detects static electricity by using thin foil leaves, which separate when charged. Electrical charges move to the metal and down to the foil leaves, which then repel each other. Since each leaf has the same charge, either positive or negative charge. To understand more about it, let's proceed to the procedure on how to do an electroscope and how does it work.
To build an electroscope at home, the materials that you need are a glass jar with a lid, 2 little pieces of aluminum foil cut into round shapes with a hole on one end of each foil, a copper wire which one end is spiral, electrical tape, a soldering iron to poke a hole on the lid, glue gun, scissors, a balloon that is used to demonstrate how electroscope works, and a marker.
To assemble the electroscope, first gather the necessary materials needed before you begin making your electroscope. Having everything on hand will make it easier to do the experiment. Second, cut 2 triangle-shaped pieces of aluminum foil and punch a hole in them. Make the pieces of foil the same size, and make sure they are small enough to fit in the jar without touching the side. Third, cut 80 inches of copper wire and twist half of it into a spiral. The spiral will give the wire more surface area so your electroscope works better. Use scissors or wire cutters to cut the copper wire. Fourth, using a soldering iron, make a small hole on the plastic lid. Fifth, take the copper wire and slide it through the plastic tube and make a little hook at the bottom end of the copper wire. Sixth, put the 2 pieces of foil on the hook, one after the other, using the hole that you made on each of the pieces of foil. The 2 pieces of foil should now be touching together at the end of the hook. 7. Take the plastic lid and put it on top of the jar and secure it with some electrical tape to make sure the lid is firmly fixed on the top of the jar.
So now let us test our DIY electroscope by doing this demonstration. In this demonstration, we're gonna show the electrostatic induction by rubbing the balloon into our hair. And so, we're gonna be needing an inflated balloon and also our hair. In order to transfer the electrons to the balloon, we need to rub it to our hair. You may notice that when you rub the balloon into your hair, some of the hair strands will go the same direction with the balloon. And when we test it using our DIY electroscope, we may notice that there was a movement between the 2 foils inside our electroscope. But how does it work?
So this is how the DIY electroscope worked. It worked because when you rub a balloon with a human hair, electrons which come from the hair are being transferred to the balloon. When that happens, the balloon will become more negative and the hair, which lost a number of electrons, which as we know are negatively charged ions, becomes more positive. Now, as we place the balloon beside the copper wire or DIY electroscope, the aluminum foil separates. Because the copper wire as well as the 2 pieces of aluminum foil are negatively charged, and like charges repel.